Hey my gorgeous Aquariuses, excited, and I'm recording this on your full moon as well. So happy full moon blessings. I know I have been missing in action. I have been quiet, but I have not been still. I've still been working. I've been doing a lot of work on myself. It is the 9-year numerology wise, and it is a time of cutting that karmic energy, cutting out anything that no longer serves you, because we're going into a 1 year. So this is like the December of the universal calendar, you know, and then next year's the January. So take it serious, guys. So I'm going to jump straight in. Please like, subscribe, and do your thing. I'm trying to get used to the online stuff. I've been doing a bit of the research and stuff, but you know. So Aquarius, the main energy of your reading, the throat chakra. So I've already done Gemini's, and Gemini came out with the throat chakra too. So there could be a thing going on with the air signs at the moment about speaking our truth. So this week could hold important conversations, whether it be with yourself or whether it be with other people. We know when the throat chakra is blocked, physically we can feel ailments, coughs, tickles, anxiety, ears, you know, congestion, that type of energy. But it also stops us from moving forward as well, because it blocks the third eye, it blocks the crown chakra, because that energy has nowhere to travel. So everything starts to get accumulated within the mind, and it's this staticky energy, like where the hell do I go next? There's a need to open your throat chakra, whether that's being in a sense of asking someone for help or advice, or just speaking, allowing yourself to speak. So maybe it's a time where you will be asking for advice, looking for some kind of like counselling session, and maybe you're finding your purpose, and you're going into that energy of helping other people via the voice and the throat chakra. So let's see what's crossing for my Aquariuses. Desires came out exactly the same as Gemini. There's definitely an air theme going on here. In exactly the same place as Gemini, you've got two cards in exactly the same places. So your challenge is, where do you go next? What do you do? It's quite exciting, but when you're in that midst of not knowing where you're going, or not knowing exactly how you're going to get there, yeah, it can be a bit scary, you know, but it's about focusing on your desires. We're on your full moon, and it's like, what do you desire in your life? How will it feel when you have it? Is it a work thing? Is it a love thing? Is it a financial thing? You know, it's time to kind of put yourself first and to voice that as well, though. I do feel like it's time to learn the word no and put that boundary in. No is a clear-cut word. There is no need for a sentence after it. You know, it's just like, nope. I'll tell you one thing, as a Gemini, that has been my main lesson this year, to learn the word no, and not to justify my reasonings for it. Because if it's something asking something of me, I've got every right to say no. You have every right to say no. We're human. Yeah, you know. So, why is it coming round? We've got fertility. Fertility is about rebirth. It's about creation. It's about sowing the seeds now in order to reap what you have sown. You want to sow seeds that you are of truthful speaking. You want to sow seeds to new desires, new places, new experiences, that type of thing. It's time to water your field. It's time to water your garden. Make your garden green. Do you know what I mean? Focus on your grass. You know, and I feel like that can be hard for Aquarius though as well, because you are the sign of humanity. But the more you focus on yourself, the better place you get in, and then you'll have more time to focus on the people that need you, especially children. So sometimes, even if you're a mum or dad, you've got to take that time out, and I feel like your cards are saying that. Recent pattern, we've got love. So there could have been breakdowns, shake-ups, that type of thing going on in love life in the past. Again, we're in that 9 year. So we are looking back over this last 12 months kind of say. And it's like, what do I need to let go of? Any form of feeling like a victim we need to let go of. Any form of holding on to resentment or anger or bitterness from the past, we need to let go of it. Because before we go into 2026, which is a 1 year, we cannot drag that energy in with us. Otherwise, it's going to stay with us for another 9 years. It's that cycle. We don't want that. You know, next year is like the new year of astrology, the new year of the universe. See it as that. It's your new year. You know, so your desires are almost like making your New Year's resolutions for next year, but you've got a few months to work on them. So I love that energy. So it's about loving yourself first and speaking your truth, because when we speak our truth and we're on a vibration of love, speaking truth is not nasty, you know. Speaking your truth is just, it's your truth, it's your opinion, it's your feelings, it's your emotions, and they matter. And that will raise your vibration. In certain senses, right now, we've got Call of the Wild. We do have the dream catcher on there. Aquarius, as your dreams may hold messages for you in these situations. But the Call of the Wild, I feel like some of my Aquariuses need to feel a little bit untamed. So that could be in the sense of I'm always having to look after everybody else. I'm always like you know, if you're a single parent as well, it's like your soul longs to just have a break. It were almost like I wanted to dance then, to let my hair down, just to have a break out of the norm, because then I can come back in with a fresh head. And you know, everybody needs that alone time, or that time to shake it loose and allow yourself to feel free. And you know, because it kind of recharges and resets us for the next form of, not the mundane tasks, even though they can be quite mundane. As a Gemini, I do not like routine. But everybody needs that let loose moment. So I feel like you've got to give yourself the permission to have that let loose. You know, it's almost, see, I've got Footloose in my head now. Footloose, Footloose. Maybe you're going to learn the dance. Everybody go and learn the Footloose dance. It's my favourite song of all time. Because going forward, your third eye chakra opens. So it's like, we have this like wild moment, or we have this moment where, do you know what, I'm going to put myself first, and I'm going to look after myself, and I'm going to use music, and I'm going to use my dreams and all that in order to birth something, but I can't see it just yet. The desires are in the challenging. I actually don't know what I want. If someone said to you, right, what do you want? I do feel most of my Aquarius is going to be like, I don't know. I don't actually know fully what I want. That's where you shift into your third eye chakra, because your third eye chakra shows you the bigger picture. So you've got more to choose from. You've got more opportunities. You know, so I do feel like the conversations that are coming in, you could be saying to somebody, do you know what? Please will you have the kids so that I can just go out dancing with my friends? You know, or if you've got like responsibilities around the home, that type of thing, shuffling them around and kind of giving them to other people, because I do feel like you've got other people there that could be holding on to certain things. Like they could like take some of it away from you, take some of the burden, take some of the responsibility, so that you've got a bit of free time to yourself, Aquarius. I feel like that's a major focus this week. It's about having some kind of free time so that you can just melancholy with the mind, just allow it to flow, rather than it be like 100 miles an hour with all these like with all this information going in, and times and calendars and diaries, and like I feel like I'm inundated in your reading with like appointments and things like that. Your power is soul sisters. Your power is, you do actually have people around you that are willing to help you. But maybe this is pride thing, Aquarius. Maybe it is a pride thing, because you do have people, and sometimes speaking your truth means asking for help. Speaking your truth says, I need to stop keeping this to myself. I need to be honest. I am struggling in this situation. I could do with a hand, you know, because it is showing that you've got good people around you. So yeah, that's another thing that we've got to learn in the 9-year Aquarius. Pride holds us back. They used to say like a child or whatever, you know, it was done by a village. And nowadays, society is just very singular, and do you know what I mean? It makes me sad. I've always been a single mum with 4 kids. They're all older now, like, but I didn't have a lot of people to ask for help, or you know, that type of thing. I had like a couple of friends, and they were really good friends, and I did get that break and stuff like that. But it is so hard as a single parent, you know, or if you're caring for somebody, or you always seem to be doing everything for everybody else. The outside influence is the crown chakra. This is why we need some time, because the crown chakra is so busy with everybody else's stuff that it's being blocked. So we need a direct channel. We need some space. We need to create some space in the mind so that we can receive the messages, receive the guidance, receive the direction in how we move forward in manifesting our own desires here, Aquarius. So I want to look at the universe's hopes or fears for yourselves. The heart. They want you to drop into that heart. They want you to be loved and be love. You know, to work on that 0 point energy, to become a magnet to the things that you love, and in doing in it, to be able to kind of get to that 0 point energy and to live from the heart, we have got to release the past. We have got to release the hurt, any resentment, victim mentality, victim mentality, pride. You know, it's okay to be proud, but when pride gets in the way of us living our lives, we have to dose it down a little bit. So the universe wants you to be happy. The universe wants you to be ruled by the heart. I said that at 11:11. Your outcome is the root chakra. Feeling stable and secure within your own decisions. Feeling stable and secure in the need to, do you know what? Yeah, I did ask for help, and that's what I needed to do. And I had to go forward and step in front of my pride and say, do you know what? I need a little bit of help here. I need a bit of time out. I need a bit of headspace. It could be time out from work, you know, that type of thing. It could just be like going for a drive with your tunes on and just, that release. But then, boom. You've given yourself that headspace for the magic to happen, for the, you know, for the channelings to come in, for the direction, for that clarity of thought to come in with that root chakra there. So if you've been feeling anxious or stressed or like claustrophobic, it's time to escape from that. This, you know what I mean? And it's time, you do have people around you that can help with that. So if this resonates again, I want you to write underneath, I claim it. Get it claimed, you know, put it out there that these people will step forward to help. But we do have to ask. I feel like that's one of your lessons, the need to ask. Okay? Mwah. Bye. Love you muchly.